Good morning. This message is for the sign of Aquarius or Aquarius cross watcher. Oh yeah, I'm getting something. They thought that it would make, okay, they thought that it would make them happy. I heard it as soon as I started your video. Also, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is where you're at. That's why I say that, because you guys are watching from all over and it's different times. So anyway, they thought that it would make them happy. So I'm getting that someone here, whoever this is, Aquarius or Aquarius cross watcher, someone on the outside of you, unless this is you, it could be reversed. The moves that they've made thus far in their life, the actions that they've taken, whether it was, I don't know, I don't want to get into all the details. They've changed something to a degree. Major changes though, okay? Like major. And major life changes would go along the lines of like major moves, major physical changes in the body, on the body. To having children, that would be a major change to someone's life. Marriage even to a degree. I mean, you can end that, but you know, it's still a major change. Like things like that, okay? Someone's made major moves, major changes. And or they've made major decisions, whatever that means, that are going to change something. Whatever it is, it's like, I think they're worried about the decisions that they've made now, because it's like, now I'm locked in. I'm fucking locked in now. Now that I've done this, now that I've decided this, now that I've made these decisions, these moves, accepted these things, wanted these things, and now I've gotten them, it's like, fuck, you know, maybe they didn't like think it through. Like I feel like someone didn't fully think something through, or didn't realize that something would actually trap them in the end, you know? A decision that someone's made, maybe more than one, has actually been what's going to imprison them later on. Oh, I got a message like that a couple of days ago. I don't remember what sign it was that got it, but it was like a prisoner of their own decisions, which that's anybody. That can happen to anybody. It's sort of like that. There's a little bit different vibe to it though, but basically, their decision has them feeling trapped. I know, it's like, oh shit, no, I can't get out of it. You know, I'm indebted. I owe this debt. I have to fulfill this contract. I have to see it through because I've already committed to it. It's something along those lines. Like, it's not necessarily because I truly want it anymore, but it's because now I'm forced. Now, this is a safe place, okay? It's a safe space because you don't have to write it in the comments. You don't even have to say anything. You can just think it to yourself. You don't have to tell anyone. But have you yourself ever made a decision that once, like almost instantly, once you made it, you're like, oh, damn. Fuck. Like, I wish I would. Have you ever done that? You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me. But that's what this person's going through. Unless this is you, I feel like someone is like, damn. Like, they're realizing that what the decision that they've made is a lot more permanent than they had hoped. I mean, hell, it could be anything. Have you ever had surgery on something and you're like, oh man, or even like tooth fillings, you know? And you're like, shit, like now new research comes out and it's like, oh, this causes heavy metals to get in the body. And you're like, damn, I should have done porcelain instead of metal fillings, you know, something like that, right? Or it's like, new research comes out about tattoos and how they have heavy metals in them, or at least the color red or something. I don't know, allegedly, you can Google it, but it's like, oh shit, like I made a permanent decision or something that I really thought at the time that I wanted, and now it's like, fuck, you know, like you almost instantly regret it because it's like not only a permanent decision, but it's like even more permanent than you realized, you know. Could be a sexual decision someone makes by just that one person that went in, you're like, oh my God, it's just like someone feels like they're ruining their life, or like inwardly they may feel that they've ruined their life, but it's like nothing they can do about it at this point, you know. And some things are hard to face, you know, some things are really hard to face. It's like, oh my God, like, it's almost like to a degree someone may, I don't know, I keep hearing the word deceived. They may feel as if they were deceived into making a decision, or maybe they just, could be a spiritual thing where they feel like they were spiritually deceived into making a decision, you know, and now it's like they're permanently having to kind of suffer for it, or they will, because of that. Like, okay, I can think of another example. Let's say someone here practices black magic and hexing and everything. Been there. And then someone comes to them and says, so and so, like they give a name, address, number, they give specifics about an individual who they make a whole story up about. It's not true. None of it's true at all. They give the whole story about someone. Maybe they like really give damning information about someone's whole life, their whole family, because it's just out of jealousy, like they fucking hate this person, right? But this person is because they like to take the matters into their own hands, because maybe they do have power. But so they hex the person because they believe everything they heard from this other individual who just really is jealous. Like nothing they gave this practitioner was honest. All of it was a lie. So now this person practices the hex, I mean, goes all in, like even does like death magic on someone, right? I'm talking like some effed up shit. And now, not only are they possibly going to get sued for it, because maybe they put it out on the internet that they were doing that, and or something, but then they smeared someone who didn't deserve it, and also they could have, like now they're receiving their own karma, like the death wish they put on someone is returned to them, or maybe their own children or something, their own household. It's befallen their whole fucking family, all because they chose to take some sort of, make a decision, and that's actually going to have some sort of permanent consequence, but for their own soul, for their own family's soul, for their own children, for something, because of something that they decided to do that wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? Like, now that's kind of extreme, but I mean, people do it. People do it all the time. It's happened to me. Basically, it happens where maybe someone feels they were deceived into something, but even then they still chose to make the decision. Like, let's say someone here, oh, I got another example. Okay, I know someone personally who I may or may not have shot out of his ball sack, right? Hey, human here, or spirit in a human body. But this may or may not be how I came about. That someone was told by another individual that they couldn't get pregnant. They couldn't get pregnant. What happens? Oh, they get pregnant. They get pregnant and have a baby, and then it's like, but I was deceived. It's like, but you still made the decision. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, you still made it. And so that's kind of what I'm getting here. I feel like someone is like, they thought that it would make them happy. Something they did, they thought that it would make them happy. They thought that it would make them money. Like, whatever someone's decided, they thought that it would fulfill something for them, or that they had the right to do it, or that they, you know, they should do it, or that it was something for them. And it's like, no, not only was it no, but this is bad. This is really bad, and it's going to end bad. I feel like it's going to end really badly for someone. It's going to end poorly, because it's a very permanent decision. I mean, this could be, everyone could relate to this message. You don't have to be an Aquarius or a cross watcher. Every person has made a decision where it's like, well, I thought that, and then it's like, well, but now we know that this is actually not a good idea, and it's going to be the exact thing that causes the fall of our life, or the fall of mankind, or the fall of civilization, or the fall of whatever. It's like, you know, I don't know why I'm getting like massive deception though, guys. Like this is like major, I feel entities attached to it, almost like I don't know, let's say somebody's done some sort of genetic testing or something, And they're like, oh, but this is oh yeah, it could definitely be that. And it's like, oh, but then it ends up being, it's like a more permanent thing. It's like now they got your DNA, or now it's like, you know, science is like it's helping us, it's giving us something we want, but, and I'm happy about it, but then it's like, but are you though? Because do you know exactly what's going to happen now? Or the DNA that is out there? I don't know why I'm getting that. Something about DNA. DNA in is it something about what's being created or been created, or DNA that's been put out there to find out ancestry or something? It's like shit like that, right? This is deep. All the messages today. And my nose is itching, so that's how I know I'm onto something. It's like some sort of mass deception, but it's happening in little areas in people's life, but then there's also massive deception that's going on. People making decisions that temporarily make them happy, but they think it's permanently going to make them happy, and then we find out later on that it was actually like almost a trap. It's like a trap someone's been walked into. I mean, that's everywhere, guys. That is everywhere. If you think of alcohol as an example, that's a whole ass trap right there. I mean, everybody, you should do what you want, make your own decisions, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, isn't alcohol like, is it an Arabic word? It means like soul. Like it basically, let's look it up. The word alcohol is said to come from the Arabic term alcohol, which means body-eating spirit. Body-eating spirit. You know, but at time we think we're just celebrating New Year's, or we think we're just celebrating Christmas, you know, until we slowly die from it, right? My father, my biological dad, he died from it, and I was dying from it. Shit like that. It's like a fun deception. Like we're happy. We're happy. It's like a housewarming gift. You know, here's a bottle of what'll kill you later on, and what not only just kills you later on, but for right now takes your spirit. Literally makes you, or like pushes you the furthest away from your like highest self. Pushes you away from it, blinds you from who you actually are. But it's fun. It's fun. You know? It's like marketed as something that's fun, and it's something that makes us happy in the moment, but it's like, but it's a complete deception. That's the whole message here. It's somebody here did something that they thought would make them happy, whether it was for the moment, whether it was like, you know, a semi-permanent decision or a rather permanent decision, but then they look back and they're like, they've realized that it's a trap. It's something that has trapped them, and it's caused them, or it will cause them to become a prisoner of it now. Damn. I don't know anybody that wouldn't resonate with this message. I mean, this is like every one of us have done it. By what we eat, by the cookware we use, by the soaps and the deodorant we put on our body, by the toothpaste and the water we drink, fluoride. They're like, oh, it's helping us, it's this, it's that. But we're like, oh, we realize later on what it's actually doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just got to do a little research. Wow. I don't know, unless this is you, I feel someone wants to reach out to you. Like, there's something about you that makes another person feel comforted. They feel safe in your environment, safe in your energy. Like, I don't know who you are to this person. If this isn't you, it could be you. It could be the both of you. That's like, wow. Like, I just kind of want to be around you right now. I just wish that we could be around each other. We could see each other. It's like you make me forget about how sick this world is, or like, what are we doing here? I don't know. I feel like you can go there with somebody, whoever this is, or they can go there with you. It's like they're able to get deep. They're able to explain things to you that if they were to say this shit to anybody else, people would be like, what? You know? But when it comes to you, you totally fucking get it, you know? I strongly get that here. That this is like one of those situations where it's like, I need to talk to you. I need to see you. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling really overwhelmed, and there's a lot going on in the world, and maybe someone's having an awakening. I think someone's having an awakening here, and it's like one of those awakenings where maybe they feel like they're gonna lose it even a little bit. You've been there. We've all been there. And so I think they're thinking they're gonna fucking lose it. But not where it's like crazy lose it. This isn't someone who wants to hurt themselves or hurt anyone else. But I mean, they may have dabbled in wanting to hurt themselves, though. I feel it. They definitely isolate or want to be alone. Like I see somebody sitting by water and they're just sitting by themselves. Like they're sitting on a rock and they're just chilling, right? There's like a certain type of environment that makes this person feel safe. It's like where they go to, even if they just go here mentally. Maybe they can't physically go to this place, but they like mentally go there, where it's like, it's where I have to go to check out, to completely mentally decompress from, I don't know, I feel like maybe someone's feeling really alone right now, although on the outside it appears like they're rather happy, but inwardly they're going through some sort of metamorphosis. Like they're realizing that some sort of decision they've recently made, or maybe more than one, is not, it was like a deception. They're not blaming anyone for it though. Not really. They're taking it in and they're like, why did I not see it? I think it's more than one decision this person's made. Or if it's you, you know, somebody, it's more than one decision. Hell, I relate. Totally. Everybody says I don't relate to that. Well, that's scary. That's fucking scary. You know? This is one of those situations where it's like, oh my God. Like hindsight 2020, I wish if I could go back, I would, you know? Like maybe somebody went up and married someone and they're like, oh my God, like, or had a child with someone, but now this person's going to make their life a living hell. Good luck ever leaving them. You know, it's something like that. Like they're going to make their life hell, or use the child as a way to control, or children, if they have more than one, as a way to control this person, if God forbid they ever decided to go do their own thing and be their own person. You know, it's something like that, or leave them. It could be romantically, but I think it could even be spiritually. Like I think someone's having like a massive awakening and they feel rather alone and they wish they could reach out to you during this time, but for some reason they're unable to, or they just won't. They can't bring themselves to do it. Maybe they feel kind of guilty about something here, like the fact that they shut you out or let you get away from them. It's something like that. Sad. It's sad. Some of you, this person, I think, talks to you telepathically, if you know what I'm talking about. That's not for everybody, but some of you, I definitely think it is. I think they communicate with you through their mind. Like, you would know who I'm talking about. You're like, I know exactly who you're talking about. It's like they're hoping that you're picking up on the energy they're putting out. They hope that you get it. They hope that you're hearing them. Like they're not verbally talking to you, but they are inwardly crying out, like, do you hear me? Do you know what I'm going through? Do you know that what I'm mentally dealing with right now? Do you know that I see what I've done? Do you know that there's something about you that gives me a comfort that I've never experienced with anyone else? And I could cry. Like literally tears are about to come out of my eyes. Look, I'm normal, right? Whatever normal is. I'm not like sad. I'm not experiencing sadness. I'm just experiencing tears right now. It's coming. It's like, I am definitely picking up on this person where it's like, oh my God. Or maybe it makes them cry when you are there. Maybe if they do feel that you understand and that you're like picking up what they're putting down, you're getting what they're trying to put out, you're getting what they're sending to you telepathically, it touches this person. They're like, oh my God, you do get it. You did hear me, or the prayer did work, or, you know, something. Whatever they did, my intention that I set out, my manifestation is working. You do hear me. It's like, I just mentioned this in, I think, Aries' message where I said, escape to which mountain? I think it was called that. You don't know what I'm talking about? It was like a Disney movie a long time ago or something like that. And I'm pretty sure the little girl in it was the girl who's now a woman on The Handmaid's Tale. It was like, there was something significant about purple light or the violet light or something, which has a lot to do with Reiki. Violet flame. But anyway, they have these like powers. They can communicate with each other. I don't know. I'm seeing it again in yours. And it's like, oh my God, you get it. You understand. Like, you totally get it. And it's like, yeah, I closed my eyes and I just saw horseshoes. There's something to do with horses, or horseshoes, or horses in the name of something, or horse, power. Horse is really important in yours. I definitely get it. So let's write that down for I forget. Or maybe they are feeling hoarse. Like maybe there's something to do with their throat or something during this time. Maybe they're feeling like they can't really get it out, or they're feeling choked up. They could be feeling sick. Something to do with horse. I'm like getting it strongly. I see it. It's like horseshoes. I don't know if somebody makes horseshoe art. Like literal art from horseshoes. I see a horseshoe cross. I see a barn. I see something to do with the stables. A horse in general is important. I can't stop saying it, but anyway. Horseback riding. I'm getting a lot. That's coming out of nowhere. Okay. Anyway, I don't want to force the message. Again, I've got to go take care of my grandma today because she's got a doctor's appointment and I have to bathe her before she goes to that. So I'm going to leave this here. I would like to keep going, but it's kind of just the same message, really. Someone, again, to recap, they thought something would make them happy. They thought something was the right move, right decision, but they're realizing that someone has been, I don't know why I'm talking like this all of a sudden, maybe someone is English, or I don't know. But anyway, they've been deceived, and they're not blaming anyone else. They're just kind of like, I wish I could stop the world for a minute and it just be me and you for a second, and we could sit with each other and everything else could cease to exist just for a moment. I wish I could just fall into you and you could fall into me and we can just hold each other because this world is fucking sick. Yeah, I'm gonna cry again. I don't see, someone's really upset here. It's like a massive awakening someone's having. A massive, like, and it's bright as shit in here now. Like the sun is beaming through my window. But also, I've got things I have to do, and I think that's also the point in your message, is like, they keep going about their life, they know they can't just, but I think the reality is setting in, and it's just a little overwhelming, and you're one of the only people on this earth, if not the only one, that somehow makes this person feel like they're not alone. I don't know what that is. It's some sort of connection the two of you have, but it's like, when I tap into your energy, or when I connect with you, I know I'm not alone on this planet. Like, there's someone who gets me. It's like they don't know what much else to say because it's just really hard to get it out. It's just so fucking hard. Like, choking back the tears, right? Damn. All right, guys. I love you so much. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.